Alright, there we go. You ready, bro?
I am ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I got on.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Big Chilling Podcast with the homie right here, Robert, Big Robby, the shooter.
That's right.
How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great. How about yourself, bro?
Good.
That's
hey,
right.
last time I saw you was like 2 years ago, bro.
Man, 2 years?
Yeah, bro. It's a long ass time, huh?
It is a long ass time, man. Man, we keep in touch though,
For
man.
real,
That's
bro.
good, mom. Hey, we stay busy though. We gotta
hustle, bro.
Gotta do what's first though, man. But
Yeah.
that's good. It's good linking back up with y'all.
For real,
man.
bro. It's always a pleasure to be seeing you all the time,
That's
bro.
right.
I've been knowing this guy since fucking high school, man. I remember the first time that we met, though. He remembers. We're gonna tell you a little bit about it. You remember?
Yeah, man.
You remember how it was, right?
Man, when I met him, man, this dude, man, I didn't even think I was gonna ever, have a connect with this dude since the day I met him, man. It was funny. It was typical things, typical shit that goes on. As a LA native, man, as a LA kid growing up, in ghetto ass schools like LA High, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I was like fucking playing soccer with the other homies, right?
Yeah.
And I kicked the ball and I hit this other fool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this fool just started socking me, bro.
Bro, this dude, man, he was minding his business, man. He was playing soccer and stuff. He had this Cruz Azul sweater. I still remember that. He was over there,
Big rabbit, bro.
And boom, he kicks the ball, man. Hit some dude in the back of the head. I think it was like some blood, dude. Cause I remember saying, "What's up, blood?" Or
I think he was like from fucking schoolyard.
Or schoolyard.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was, huh?
Yeah. And that fool just out of nowhere, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he felt disrespected to the max.
Boo.
Hey, but you took them his, man. He was surprised too. He was like, "Oh shit, man, the Mexican guy a hard ass head, man, ain't doing shit." So he was like walking away. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna get out of here."
That fool saw me like 3 times.
Yeah,
3 times. I was like, "What the fuck?" But that's what you expect from fucking LA High, fucking high schools in fucking LA, right?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I didn't know you well, but I was onto it with the homies. We're like, "Look at that shit. Look what's going on." So we was like ready, but he seemed like. He just kind of let it go at the end, and you was laughing. I remember you turned around, you was like, "Man, what was that?" And I'm just like, "Man, I think that fool was cool, man." Then after that, we just like linked up, man.
Yeah,
right now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, "Man, if I knew you very well like that, man, we would have beat his ass up real quick, man."
Yeah, nah, man.
We would have hopped on it real quick.
For real, man. That shit was funny to me that day. I was like, I didn't expect that shit, to be honest. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't experience that shit until like I got to high school.
Oh damn!
Because like elementary and middle school, I was always like just chilling, like no problems and shit.
Yeah, it's usually like that. Yeah, but LA High was a whole nother.
It was a whole nother level, bro. I was like, fuck. Man. And I remember seeing that fool like throughout the years.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That was like the only time I seen him.
Really?
I think so. Or you know what? I don't know, man.
Like I think I saw him like a year later. That's it.
A year later.
Yeah, but not really like after.
Right.
But
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. That's funny, bro.
Yeah. I used to remember that shit.
I remember everything perfectly. I remember the sound of the hit when he hit you, man.
Bro, I still feel it, bro. El chipote, que lo que bro.
Yeah. Payback time. Nah, it's too late for that.
Nah, bro, I let that shit go. That shit was like, it was like some funny shit to me,
Yeah, nah, it's all fun and games.
But yeah. Man. Hey, what's it called? I've been seeing you that you've been you're a vegan, right?
I'm somewhat vegan.
Vegan?
I mean, I did go vegan. Like strictly, like I would say probably like 6 years ago, and I did it for like 3 years straight. So like vegan. 3 years straight, I was like hardcore vegan, yeah, for sure. So, I was going through some spiritual stuff at the, around that time. I was like 26 at the time, like 24, 25, 26. I was just going through it in life, with friends, relationships, hood stuff, problems with, the police, myself, family, just a lot of shit, And at that time, I was living by myself. Not by myself, actually, I lie. I was living with my younger brother, we had moved out of my mom's house at an early age. And, we was renting out an apartment. And, and I thought, I was going to be good because I'm like, man, I got a job. I can pay for my stuff. I can do stuff without mom and dad anymore. I can do my own thing. But that led me to just, I didn't I didn't mature enough, so I was just like still eating out, you know, not cooking for myself. So I was just eating junk food all the time, and I had noticed that, you know, just the way my lifestyle and my eating habits was just off for me.
How did that make you feel like? Just eating that shit.
Eating that stuff, like I would eat like, man, like all the junk food you could think of. I mean, I still eat it, but not like how I used to.
Yeah.
And man, it'll make me feel like sloppy. You know, I'll get drained quicker. You know, throughout the day. If I'm at work, you know, I'll feel tired throughout the day. And you know, I didn't know. You know, all this was just like, you know, I didn't think about it. I was just like, man, it's just normal for me. You know. But then I started reading up on stuff. You know, which I hardly ever did in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I was going through something spiritual, so I started reading up on things. I let go of the homies. I stopped messing around with a lot of people. You know, I cut a lot of people out of my life and stuff. So yeah, I just had a lot of time in my hand, and I started reading, and I'm like, oh shit, really? What is this right here? Vegan? What the hell is this? You know what?
You didn't know nothing about it.
I didn't know shit about it, but you know, since I started reading, you know, I read about the health benefits and this and that, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is a start somewhere, and let me try this shit. You know. So
how was it the first time that you like started to do it?
Man, I tried doing it for like 2-3 days straight. After that, I went straight to King Taco, some tacos de al pastor, man. I'm like, man, I can't do it, man.
That shit made you feel weird, huh? Because it was like something new for your body.
New for me, so I'm just like, man, what is this, man? Everything is bland, plain. There's no excitement in this food, man. So I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So I went straight again for some tacos, man. Tacos al pastor, like con la salsa, and atascado.
Bro, the same thing happened to me last time, bro. The same thing happened to me like when I started to do fucking meal prepping, like like chicken, brown rice and like vegetables.
Oh, okay.
I did it like for 2 weeks, and I kind of felt a little bit weak. Man, I had to go get a michelada, a torta, con salsa, you know. But I don't know why I felt off balance, but I think it's because it was something new.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's totally different, strange to your body, you know, because your body's not used to it. Yeah. So you going, you know, you changing your eating habits and all that, you know, you might start feeling a little weird. But you know, I went back to it after a while. You know, I let it some time pass, maybe a week or two. Then I tried it again, and I let a month pass by again because I didn't get it the first time. You know, I let a month pass by. Then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this for sure now. Yeah. So until I got it right, you know, or I felt like, you know, I was able to do it. Then like a month passed by, 2 months passed by, 3 months passed by. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing it. But then I started feeling different. I'm like, all right, now I don't feel weak anymore. Now I don't feel this. Then I started seeing a change in my physical, or not in my, like my skin and stuff, you know. I started getting less pimples on my face, you know. Okay. I started feeling more energetic, you know, less sloppy, you know, less mucusy in my mouth and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know what, you know, I think this is the right thing, you know.
You don't get sick too much anymore?
I have been, because I have been not being so strict, you know. When it comes to eating vegan and stuff.
What would you say, like, when you eat like very good healthy like food, like your immune system becomes stronger?
Yeah, if I eat, you know, if I have a routine of just eating like just fruits and veggies, you know, a lot of water throughout the day, man, I'll be good, man.
How many like gallons of water do you drink usually?
Man, I change up like a chameleon, man. Man, there'd be some days I don't drink water. I'm just like, man, I wake up next day like, man, what?
Body's asking.
I'm like, man, what happened? Did I just go a whole day with no water, man? I've been drinking just lemonade all day. But usually when I do drink water a day, I drink about, I would say, a gallon.
Oh, a gallon? Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Not that much, you know. I see a lot of people drink a lot of
like
water.
2 gallons of shit. Yeah, I think that's like the average. They say
average stuff, you know.
Yeah. Hey, last time we had a conversation, bro, when I went over to your spot, you were talking about like, you opened my eyes, bro. Yeah. You opened my eyes to like.
Man, I always got some weird shit to say, but hey, it might benefit somebody, it might not.
Yeah, I even got into that. I got into that one show that you were telling me about because I was trying to figure out what the fuck you were talking about. The Borgias, remember? About the guy that...
Oh, the Borgia family or something? Like the Borgias? Yeah. That's funny. I probably recommended that show to you, and I never even watched it myself.
You had told me, no, but you...
Because
you knew what it was about.
Yeah, I had a sense of what it might have been about, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was tripping about it. I was like, wait, that changed my like. It made me feel a little bit like different from like what I believed
Oh
on,
yeah.
you know.
Okay.
But I didn't like dismiss it as something like, cause I knew you were like telling me like some straight shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, tell us about it. Like, what were you like? You were telling us about the truth about Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I want to start at the beginning. Yeah. Quick rundown was you know, during that time that I was going through some, you know, I wanted to change up my lifestyle, and I was like, man, I was looking at some spiritual stuff. I'm like, man, what the hell is my life about, man? Is it really about just being thugged out and just being out here in the street running wild and just mean mugs and mean stares and just, you know, just wilding out, you know, things you learn at high school and even after high school and from your homies and your friends from high school, not even high school, even from the street, your neighbors, the people you grew up with, you know, influences, all that, you know. I'm like, man, what is my life really about? Am I going to be living like this my whole life or what? And like I said, I just started reading up on things, and I'm just like, man, I started reading things that I'm like, it didn't make sense for me. I'm like, how the hell is this? And then I don't know where I read it at, man. It might have been an Instagram page, you know. It said something about like Christ being black.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, Christ being black. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like, man, I grew up in the church, man. All I've been seeing was images of
the
you know,
blue-eyed guy.
Yeah, this pale skin and blue eyes. You know, everybody worship that. You know, so that's what I'm gonna go with. You know, abuelita, everybody just, you know, that's what it is. All right, fuck it, let's go with it.
Yeah.
You know, but when you read up on things on your own and then you start filtering things and then like putting things together into a puzzle, you start like thinking to yourself like, wait, hold up, I didn't been observing people, life, things, like everything. I'm like, maybe this does make sense. So I looked into it and I started reading a lot of history. I started getting into archaeology. You know, a lot of like findings that they find at ancient sites and stuff like that, and you know, all of these things. And I did my own homework, and sure enough, man, like this white Jesus that's been preached to us, you know, especially like Mexicans, that, you know, that's what we believe in as a whole, you know. You know, I was mind boggled. I'm like, man, where the hell did we get this concept from? You know, because I've been reading scriptures out of the Bible and like, this is not in here.
Yeah.
You know? And then you know, I have a book at my house that I got from one of my old bosses that I used to work for before he had moved out from his spot.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of books. He used to read a lot of books, like a lot. Like he'll go through them and just like, you know, he had a whole library at his house full of books. So before he moved out, you know, he had asked his workers, hey, you guys are free to take everything you want. I have books, this and that. So at that time, I was digging through books. You know, I got a book called Man and Culture of Mexico. You know, things that I found interesting, you know, that kind of like related to me, you know. And then I found this book called, I actually forgot the name of the title, but I think it was called something about the Renaissance. You know, Renaissance and the paintings and the history about the Renaissance during the Renaissance period. And then that's where I had found a story about the Borgia family, you know, and that's where I had found out, I have read up on that. And then, you know, I have a lot of friends now that, you know, we came to the same conclusion. We have similar, you know, studies and you know, thoughts and ideas, and we came to that conclusion. Like, yeah, man, this Jesus Christ that our people worship, man, that's Caesar Borgia, man.
Yeah.
Or
that's the name of Jesus Christ that we know.
Yeah.
Caesar.
Jesus Christ that they have in the churches and people worship, you know, as a whole in this world. Yeah, that's Caesar Borgia. That's an actual man that lived, you know, some 100 years ago, probably 6, 7, 8.
Italy?
I think so. I need to read up on that because this was a while back. I haven't read up on that lately. But yeah, he was somewhere from that side.
Yeah.
Europe. His dad was Rodrigo Borgia's the I don't know, the third, fourth, fifth, one of them. One of them. But he was like this this dude with power. So he had made his son to be like this emperor dude, and he had made people. He was conquering towns, or he was making people worship his son. You know, and his son was some evil motherfucker too, man. His son was
Yeah.
He was killing people. I think he even slept with his sister.
Everything.
Killed his sister's husband.
Shit.
You know, I think he had something to do with his dad. Probably murked his dad too. He was just some wild and out dude. And then they made him the Christ.
Yeah.
Now like everybody worships him.
He was like the image of what?
Yeah, the image of the Christ, like this holy guy, this guy of purity, you know. And it's just like, yo, dude, this is scary because now you got the whole world thinking this murderer and this rapist, man. This dude slept with animals too. So he was into bestiality and stuff. My grandma, my abuelitas is worshiping this dude, man.
You were telling me that you get sad when you see that shit.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, this is wild, man. So, you know, it's scary, man. You know, a lot of our people might be like, man, fuck all that, man. I'm gonna keep doing me. But man, I did my homework. I did the truth, man. I'm not finna play no stuff like that, man. I mean, I'm gonna respect you and all that if you keep believing in it. But I'm just gonna let you know the rundown, and
that's it. Yeah, whatever you want to believe on.
Well, after that, man, that's on you, man.
Yeah,
you know, I don't. You're gonna come back running after me. I'm be like, I told you. For
real, man.
I didn't told you. Or I could be wrong. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Because a lot of fucking history is like still like a lot of shit we don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we don't know. Yeah, a lot of history has been misconstrued,
and twisted.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and twisted. Yeah.
Nah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't know, and there's some things that we could know. You know, there's a lot of hidden information that's out there. We just gotta look for it.
Yeah, like I was here. I was. I don't know if you're into the Amazon. Like Amazon, like they have been discovering new shit.
Oh, like in the Amazon, like not the website. No. I'm like, damn, Amazon.
I be ordering shit.
Amazon. Go online, Prime.
Fucking Amazon Prime
ordered me something I don't know about. But in Amazon,
they're barely coming like into conclusion that there was like civilizations that are like super fucking old.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why it's hidden is because people from Europe, they said that there was this one guy that came to like discover. You know what I'm saying? You know what that shit is about.
Yeah.
And when he passed through the jungle, he described it to his friends back home that there was cities. And like hundreds of years later, they came and didn't find shit. But the reason why is because he brought fucking diseases.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And that shit just fucking destroyed the jungle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And until like barely recently, they started to like cut trees down and they're like finding temples, cities.
Damn.
You know, have you heard about that or not?
Some like that, but yeah, that sounds about right. Cause not specifically the Amazon, but I know places around the Americas.
Yeah.
Like when like, you know, these big guys, you know, that are in power, they cut down trees and like big trees and stuff, like they call it deforestation, I guess. You know, they find ancient sites, you know, like they're like, damn, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this? It's just, oh no, it's just a little mountain, little hill, but it's a damn mound, you know.
Yeah.
A damn pyramid or something, you know, something, you know, like somewhere where an ancient civilization might have been, you know, dwelling at that time, but you know, it mysteriously vanished. Or something, you know, or as they say, you know.
No, a lot of people been like everywhere around the world, everything's being discovered now, you know. But it just comes to like conclusion that a lot of fucking people did bring diseases when they came to fucking America.
Yeah, that's believable.
To Africa, you know, all of that.
Yeah, that's extremely believable, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's facts. I mean, Christopher Columbus and all these other conquistadors like Hernan Cortez, man, there's books. They even got people that was writing their own journals, like Spaniards and all that. They wasn't necessarily out there fighting and everything. They was just in the background, just, you know, studying.
Oh, they were just the one that were just. Like,
and they was writing. They was writing what they saw, and they was like, man.
They were putting themselves like.
They was putting themselves
like they were the fucking like they were the ones putting that work.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a lot of things, you know. They say, you know, they're the ones who put in that work, but it was really your hygiene, bro.
Yeah.
your hygiene, your nastiness, man.
Yeah, because you were telling me also when Christopher Columbus, like when he came to like America, he's the one that brought like fucking.
Oh, he brought the most nastiest things ever. Nasty ideas, nasty plagues, nasty everything, man. Everything.
Yeah, you were telling me that the little Like the Inditos, they even covered their noses because they stank, huh?
Oh yeah, once I got a book. Anyway, there's a little passage where somebody wrote. I gotta look up the dude that wrote in his journal, but yeah, when they was getting off them ships, these conquistadores, man, these indios, or what they would call the native and the indigenous people of the Americas, man, they was gifting the Spaniards, you know. These Spaniards thought, oh, they were greeting us, you know. They thought, you know, we're like gods or something, getting off them ships.
Like flowers, just like for them to smell.
Man, they was giving them flowers, man, cause they was stinking, man.
Oh, so that's what they thought.
Yeah, they thought it was being, you know, gifted with flowers and stuff like that. Man, maybe that was really nice, you know. Yeah. And then, but they was looking out for, you know, for them, cause they're like, man, y'all dudes, y'all stink, man. Y'all been in the ocean for how many days, man? Y'all been in there doing I don't know what, man. Yeah. There's nothing but men in that barco.
And that's why they started to do all that fucking homosexual shit too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and then I think in that same book it mentions that that like the emperors of the Americas, like the ancient Aztecs, the Incas, and all that, they had a good hygiene. Yeah, they would shower like every afternoon. Oh, really? Know? Yeah, they had very good hygiene. You know, unlike how they make us think of today. Oh no, they're just savages, pinches indios, pinches salvajes. You know, I mean maybe a lot of them were. You know, maybe a certain tribes or whatever, but majority of them, I think they was living off by a moral law. You know, how to keep clean. They had a dietary law on how to be healthy and all that.
Because pretty much like they had like the ocean right there too, so they were able to like know what clean is too, you know.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Yeah.
There's a lot of things, you know, we can look inside. You know, we just gotta, you know, make time for ourselves to read and look in.
Read a lot of books.
Yeah, read a lot, you know, or listen to people. You know, it's not always about what you think is right, you know. Sometimes
you have to have an open mind,
you know, but filter out the bullshit, you know. Because a lot of people could say anything. You don't want to believe everything, you know. Yeah. Whatever seems best for, you know, your understanding and your knowledge and your growth, you know.
That is true.
Yeah, and slowly and little, you know, I think that's the best thing for anybody, you know. That's what I recommend or advise people to do is just, you know, you want to better your life, you know. Sometimes you gotta have an open mind and take in knowledge. You know?
That is true.
You don't always want to be stuck in 2005 and that's
for real. Shit.
You know, shit. All you know is party and BS and
that's it.
That's it, man. You know.
Which a lot of people still fucking do, you know.
Like, yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong about partying and having fun, you know. But you gotta balance it out, you know.
Yeah, you gotta have.
That's what I would say. I would do that.
Have a good mindset, you know.
Yeah, real shit.
Yeah. What was the last book that you read, by the way?
The last book, I mean, I stay on the Bible. I read the Bible. Yeah, it's a very interesting history book. A lot of people get scared of reading the Bible because of religion, but once you start reading up on it and you start reading like the ancient stories, like, man, there's a lot of war going on, man. Yeah. And you'll understand history very well, and you'll understand how we got here in this place and how this place became to be. You know, from ancient times all the way to this modern day, in this modern empire called the United States of America.
How was it the first time that you read the full Bible?
The Bible? I mean, when I was young, you know, my mom and dad enrolled me to El Catecismo. Mm-hmm. So, you know, a little Catholic school, you know, you got to go. You know, so I read a little bit right there. I read a little bit of like the story of Moses and stuff right there. So I had a little idea, not too much, but you know, I read a little bit. So I had somewhat of an idea. But then after that, you know, I was scared because, you know, there's a lot of big words and you know, when you start growing up into a teenager and then your late teenage years in high school, man, you start wandering off to different things. You don't want nothing to do with the Bible, or that's what I was, you know. I was like, man, that's boring, man. I don't read, you know. I don't read, man. That's just whack. Ain't nobody reading. My homies don't read. You know, we're gonna be outside, you know. But when I did start reading, you know, it was around that time. I'm telling you, you know, I was like 26, 27, you know, and I was like, man. So I did read up on somewhere that Christ is black. I want to see where it says it here. So, you know, I read up on it. It doesn't say he's black, but it mentions the color of his skin. And it describes the color of bronze. like brass. So it's like bronze, right? And then it says as if it burned in a furnace. So if you take bronze and if you burn it in a furnace, this is gonna become really dark. So, you know, who are really dark skinned people, man? You know, morenos, Latinos could be dark too. You know, you start filtering out people. You got East Indians that are dark. You got Arabs. But then it also mentions the texture of his wool, Jesus Christ, and it says his hair is like the pure like wool or white like wool. You know, white being the color, and then wool being the texture. You know, so the texture of wool is like, you know, like nappy, what people would consider nappy hair or, you know, curly hair. So if he's really dark skinned, he got that woolly hair, he must be un morenazo, you know?
Yeah, for real, like, yeah.
You know, and that's the facts. Not that I made up in my head, oh, I want Jesus Christ to be un moreno, you know, negro, but, you know, that's who he is.
No, that's like
know?
logic about
it's logic, you know? And then I'm like, hold up, so if Jesus Christ was a Jew, then, you know, why are the Jewish people that I know of that we see walk around like Robertson over here in Beverly Hills, or the ones that are famous over here in New York that, you know, they have a whole little community over there? How are they the Jews if Christ, I'm reading right here that he was brown, man?
Yeah.
Like what happened, mutation or evolution? What the fuck happened right here, you know? I'm sorry for my language.
No,
I'm using big words, but But then I read up that the Jews are people of color too. So I'm like, what? Like, well, what the hell? This must.
Yeah.
If these people are people of color, somebody has to be lying on here, you know? And what does this have to do with me? Because now I'm really interested. And I feel like I have something to do with this too, you know?
With the whole, like, let's say, world always hiding shit and always, like, you know, I would say the government always fucking try to put shit out. How would you say that they have never, like, done anything with the Bible?
I mean, you're gonna have to tell me that question again. Say it again.
All right, so let's say, like, right now, like, the government, you could tell that, you know too, that they always be hiding shit.
Yeah, they be.
Right. So how do you, like, how would you as a person, you know that they never, like, messed with the Bible?
How would I know that they never pampered or pampered with the Bible? Or tampered? I mean, not pampered. Tampered. I'm getting my words mixed up. Tampered the Bible. I mean, I would know because I had studied the Bible. And if they really did mess up the Bible, why did they leave things like that? That Christ is black, the Jews is black. Wouldn't they change it? Right words like, oh, these people were pale face, or, you know, the Christ, the one with blue colored eyes, or you know. So a lot of the history, you know, it's actually real history in the Bible. You'll find the history of the ancient Babylonians, ancient Assyrian, you know. The Assyrians had their own empire. The Persian Empire is right there. The Persians know their own history.
It's in the Bible.
So the Persians, the people from Iran, or the people from that region and all that, you know, those are descendants of ancient Persians, and they know their history, and their history is also recorded in the Bible. Not that they're the people of the Bible, but in the Bible, a lot of empires are recorded in there. You know, I don't know if they know that or not, but. You know, a lot of the people that are living today, their history is recorded in the Bible. Like maybe small amounts, but they're recorded in there. You know, Asians, their empire is recorded right there, but they're not under the name of like Chinese or Asian.
What what do you like? What did it say? What does it say? Like, how do you know that they're like Asian?
Asian, I mean, study, and then you gotta look at it things through a spiritual perspective. Like if you study people. And then you study the people that they are described in the Bible. You could tell as those people. You'd be like, man, these people act like the people that we know as today as these people. I'm like, this gotta be it. So it's just not me doing the studying, you know. I have a lot of homies. I got what I call a camp, you know.
Talk to us about that. Like, I see that you are sometimes, I would say, preaching.
Yeah. We're teaching, preaching, however you want to call it. We are. I teach. I have a camp, you know, so it's a gathering of brothers and sisters with a like mind, you know. But it's the brothers that go out and try to wake up our people to the facts of who they are and the history of who we really are as a people, you know. And then, you know, me reading all this and you know, the history and the Bible and then other history books, and then seeing us, you know, in modern days who we are and how we have this similarity or connect to the people that are written in the scriptures of the Bible. it's like shit. We really are these people, you know. We gotta let our people know because this is
we're the ones. Yeah,
you know, this is like it might seem like new news, but it's really old because this has been here under our noses this whole time.
We just don't bother to read.
Now we let somebody else call the preacher or the pastor or el padre.
Yeah,
you know, tell us what's in the Bible, and he's only reading like one scripture, and then everything else is whatever he want to talk about. You know, it's really just prosperity speech. You know, and that's what people, the majority of the people want to hear is, you know, sweet stuff, which I get. You know, everybody wants to hear a good message, but it's not always about good messages. Sometimes, or the truth is a scary message, and sometimes, you know, it is a hard pill to swallow.
How long have you been with that group?
I've been with my camp. I want to say like 4 or 5 years, maybe. I know since 2017 is when I had found out about it. But when I took initiation, where I wanted to like learn more and teach my people about this, was like a year later after that. So like around 2018 is when like I found a gathering of brothers, you know, blacks and Hispanics that knew about this thing, you know, because I thought I was on. I mean, I knew there was people that knew about it, but I thought I was like alone in LA somewhere. Like I'm like, man, am I?
You barely started reading.
I'm like, man, am I the only one that knows about this information? Am I crazy? What the hell? I'm like, is there other people that know about this?
Like
so
you started discovering like new stuff, you know.
New stuff. So my closer homies that I always like dealt with like regularly, like I would tell them about it, and they were like, nigga, you crazy, man. Smoke this blunt, nigga. Forget about that shit. You're tripping, man. Ain't nobody. Or like I'll speak to them about it, and they start like wanting to sleep. They're like, man, we don't want to listen to that shit. I'm like, bro, doesn't this make sense to you? They're like, nah.
Nah, when you had told me that, I was like, really chills and stuff. I was like, nah, I was tripping because I was like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah, because it's weird, man. I mean, not weird in a bad way, but it's like.
It's different.
It's like, hold on.
It's like a wake-up call type. Like, whoa, like, I did not know that, you know?
I'm like, you telling me Mexicans is mentioned in the Bible? When?
For real, yeah.
Mexicans in the Bible? Black people in the Bible? Hell no, man.
Yeah, when you had barely told me, I was like tripping about it. I was like, man. And that's, as I said, that's what you had told me about that show. And that's the reason why I kind of started watching it. Because I wanted to see, and I seen crazy shit that fucking show has.
Oh, yeah? You seen something? Now I need to watch it. I just don't have Netflix and none of that.
Yeah, I don't even know if they passed it because I kind of stopped after like a certain season. I think season 3. Then it just started to get super crazy. And I was like, I ain't trying to hear, like, I ain't trying to see this no more. I'm done with that shit. Like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of changed my perspective in like that. I'm
like religion or like religion, what they teach you in religion.
Because, as you can see, like any like when you move out as a Latino, you bring your teachings from your parents to your home.
Yeah.
You know, so when you talked to me about it, like it was just like, whoa, it was kind of scary to kind of bring stuff to my home because I didn't know what the truth was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would just say, like, from that moment, like, probably a year before, I would always just say that I believe in God.
Yeah.
In God. And then, like, but not necessarily does that make me, like, a Christian.
Yeah, no. You know I understand. No, yeah. Because that's what I was going through, you know, because at that time, like, when I was, like, seeking
it was a little bit confusing for me in the beginning, you know?
Yeah, no, it is. It's confusing for you know, people that are, you know, are you know, opening to a different, you know, idea or whatever, you know, whatever it may be. But same with me, I forgot what I was gonna say. Es la mota de tantos años.
La mota te pegó.
Todavía me está pegando hasta ahorita.
Fucking 10 years later.
10 years later, ya.
Hit came back.
Me pasó el avión por ahí.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
the beliefs of
not necessarily you're a Christian. It's just that like me too. I went through the same thing. Where I'm like, man, I know there's something going on out here. I know there's a God, because this is not a coincidence. Because I'm going through some shit where it's just like I'm just going through a series of what the fuck moments. I'm like, there has to be somebody playing a role right here, and it's powerful. It has to be God or somebody arranged this for me, because this is not just happening out of the nowhere. Like this is not a coincidence.
What changed your mentality of like for you to like switch up, like let's say to become better?
A lot of things. I mean, when I was out there in the street, you know, right after high school, I was probably even doing worse than I was in high school. You know, a lot of peer pressure, a lot of hostility.
Unnecessary shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of hostility in my area, so I had to adapt that way, And you look at what other your homies are doing or what others are doing, and you start doing the same thing, kicking ass out there for no reason and shit, mean mugs and banging on people like, where you from? Fool?
Yeah, everywhere.
You just turn
the
up,
Crenshaw fucking the Crenshaw
yeah, man, all that, man.
No, where was it? The one right there, the swap meet and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the swap meet. Yeah. I used to live by the swap meet right there, right on Crenshaw and Washington.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was the times, man. But yeah, man, I didn't see a lot of grimy stuff, and man, I'm not finna lie.
Yeah.
I did some grimy stuff too, man,
Yeah.
and I repented from that, because I seen that what I was doing was not alright, and I was noticing a lot of things because around that time I was working in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And and I was still hard headed. I was working with family, so my grandma, my grandpa, auntie, uncle, they had a restaurant out in Beverly Hills. For a while, for some years, and I started working over there with them. And I started, that was a whole different area for me. Because I grew up in a Black, Mexican / Salvadoran environment,
Yeah.
Just, what they would call the ghetto, right? And, all is that, our people's hostility, how we have, like, envy and strife against one another, Not all the time, but, a lot of the times, it's like that,
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yeah, I was trying to be a little...
Yeah.
a little Sabino, yeah, man. There was a lot of hostility growing up, man. Shit. So when I started looking at a different environment, I'm looking at these white people, these Jewish people, these Asians, these Arabs, these Persians. I'm like, man, I'm like parking my car like down the street from my job, and I'm like, man, these people ain't banging on each other. These people are nice to each other. Man, what's going on? These people are walking out their house, ain't even looking over their shoulder. I'm in Beverly Hills, and I'm looking over my shoulder and trying to see if like somebody's gonna bang on me or something, man. But ain't nobody.
See bikes in the fucking front
lawn. Ain't nobody putting no locks on them.
Did you saw my bike outside? It has a lock.
Oh yeah.
Well, nobody's gonna come up, but still, you can never be that sure.
Yeah.
But true, it is true. Like when you do live in a nicer neighborhood, you just like. It's not even about that. It's just the way that, because they say that we just push each other down, to be honest, as Latinos or like blacks,
And like they say, or the worst Mexican's enemy is another Mexican, man.
For real.
But the same thing goes with them blacks and them Salvadorans, man. Your own enemy is your own people, man.
Yeah, man. And
one thing that I came to realize is that we're really living in a curse. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, And that's what I read in the Bible in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. The whole chapter really, but starting at chapter 15, it mentions there's God, right? Yeah. And then he chose a specific nation or a group of people out of all the people that he created in the world. And those people are called the Israelites, right? He chose a man and his lineage to be the people that he will give a law to, and they will to keep the law and do it and rule the world following this law, and the rest of the world were going to follow along and follow this law as well, and they would have to be obedient under that law. And God told these people, the Israelites, I'm like, I'm going to give you two options. So we're going to make a covenant, a contract, a blood contract between you and your people, and you were to teach your children this law right here of what things to do, what not to do, what to eat, what not to eat, how to deal with your people, how to not deal with your people, how to love your people, and how not to hate your people. Stuff like that. Have a
rules,
how to have a good balance. And because really it's a balance. With life. How to keep life and nature in balance. How to be in good terms with the Most High God and all that, right? So, and he gave him options, right? He gave the Israelite options. He told him, if you were to do what as I'm told, I'll put you on high. You'll be in rulership.
Yeah.
The whole world will be at peace and harmony, But if you don't, I would have you guys serve the people that are supposed to be under you. So if you don't obey me, you guys are gonna serve the people that are supposed to be your slaves. The people, not your slaves. Like
Yeah.
the people that are supposed to be under you, because
Under
you're
you,
supposed
like-
to be the kings and the judges of the
Yeah.
world. You know, you're supposed to judge the world in righteousness.
Yeah.
But if we don't keep that law, the other people are gonna be in rulership, and you're gonna be in slavery.
Which is who?
And those people that were called the Israelites, those happen to be blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, or blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. They descend from the Israelites.
Yeah.
And we're in this predicament. How we in cursed. We have other people ruling over us, man. You know,
the whites.
Yeah, I mean, it's everybody. Whites
Yeah.
predominantly. You know, you got the Jewish people. You know, y'all didn't see that thing that came out with Kanye West and Kyrie Irving saying how we the real Jews and stuff.
How do you listen to what Kanye West says? Like you,
I listen to some of his stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
is he like being let's say, would you say he's making sense of what he's saying?
To me, he's making sense. I read a lot of comments. I read a lot of people's perspectives. They don't understand Kanye West, you know, and I understand too, because before Kanye West came out with that stuff, when he started going out with like the Kim Kardashians and going all that, I thought he was already crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude done sold out. This dude,
Yeah.
you know, but like the rest of the world doesn't see it that way. They're like, oh, this is so cute, Kanye West. He's with Kim Kardashian and they have their own show. Now they have the baby. So they're, you know, people focus on their life a lot. You know, like a novela, you know, or like a reality show, you know. And like people see it as a normal thing, but since Kanye West came out with that, now people see him as crazy.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, man, that fool's crazy. He needs his meds. He needs his medicine, or
no,
he's
like
gonna get
the shit that he
canceled,
says is like it makes sense. Like I've heard about the shit that he says. It's like shit, this is true.
And maybe a lot of times the way he says things does seem kind of off, but he ain't lying, man.
Because this is like just the way that he says it, probably, you know.
Yeah.
But he's trying to get that message out
across.
He just, as I said, the way that he's saying it is,
or the way he says it is subliminal. So
Exactly.
subliminal. So some people are. It's for some people to get it, and for some people to be like, huh?
Yeah, like what the fuck is he talking about? For
you
real?
know. But I understand Kanye West, man. And then Kyrie Irving, I don't think he even said much. He just, maybe he did, because I seen like an interview that they did. And he might have said something, but I forgot what it was. But I remember he got a lot of help from the media. I think he got canceled too over a post. It was just a post. A post that it was a link to a book or a video explaining how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the real Jews, and you know, the history of stuff and like how we relate to the people of the Bible and, you know, a lot of things. You know, I think the book or the video is called Hebrews to Negroes or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's probably still up on Amazon.
Have you read that book?
I haven't read that book, but I followed the person that wrote the book on Instagram. Okay. His Instagram, I think, is Hebrews to Negroes, you know. But it's not strictly Negroes, you know, because you Hispanics and Native American Indians, you know, you guys are a part of this too. You guys are related to the Morenos, whether you want to believe it or not. You know, a lot of our people, they're like, fuck no, we're not the same as
I mean, if you really think about it, there's in Mexico, there's a lot of black people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I came to this knowledge, I'm like, I know this has something to do with me, because I know I'm not, like, 100% indigenous, you know. Or, you know, I might have a little bit of Moreno in me, or maybe a little bit of Spaniard, maybe. I don't know. Who
Even
knows?
Cubans. Have you seen how Cubans are dark and stuff? They're not from Africa.
And exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or, Dominicans, too.
Yeah,
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, you know, a lot of the Puerto Ricans, they're Boricua.
Yeah.
You know, and they got the Afro hair, dark skin, but they don't have roots back to Africa. You know, they're just really...
you look at them and you think they're black, and then they start saying, hey, papi. You know, like,
hey, papi,
like, shit, like, you speak Spanish, you know?
Yeah. They're Latinos just like Mexicans, but they're just like from a different tribe. Of course, but there are people. They're the same race as us, you know. And same thing with the Salvadorans. You know, I grew up in a hostile environment where like Mexicans and Salvadorans couldn't get along, you know. But really, we really brothers and sisters, man. You know. Hell yeah, same as Morenos. You know, a lot of people, you know, be like, hell no, we're not the same as those Morenos, man.
Do you think like people are getting closer to the truth because I do see like things are opening up every year.
Yeah, definitely. Every year, I see people's minds changing, people's perspectives, people's reality. People.
Because I'm telling you, 2 years ago, since you told me, you were the first one that had told me that. I was like,
yeah,
what the? And I was even driving back home. I was like,
I was kind of. I mean, I was going crazy at the time, but I was.
But you knew what you were saying.
I'm like, man, am I talking crazy? I had to
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't know. It must be just me. But I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I got like 4 or 5 more people talking just like me. I must
Yeah.
not be crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, like Kanye West coming out with this, Kyrie Irving, and then there's other people. I think
That you
Kodak
don't even know.
Black.
That you don't even.
Yeah.
Like that you don't even know, but they know it. You know, or they don't even be posting it.
Yeah.
You
There's
know?
a rapper like Kodak Black and what's his name?
What's
Kendrick
that,
Lamar.
What's that he said? Like, Kodak. What was the thing that he had said?
I don't know if you said anything. I think in one of his songs he said he an Israelite. But I
No.
think he started posting things that resemble Israelites. Like I think he posted a photo once where he was gathering with Israelites, like people that practice what they call Hebrew Israelites, you know, or our ancient customs, right? Going back to the Bible, like so he was like in a school, going to school and learning about it, right? So he knows he's Haitian, you know. So Kodak Black is Haitian, and he would be from the tribe of Levi, you know. And Levi, the tribe of Levi are descendants of the Israelites, you know. So, and you know the Haitians are a very specific tribe, and in ancient times they were supposed to be the priest, right? So they were the ones the
Haitians,
the Haitians, yeah, they were the ones that would have the law. And
praise it
and
like say it, right?
and they would have us practice the law or like put us in check, like let's say like we were going off or we needed a little knowledge on something, like we would go to them, or like they would be considered the priest, you know. You need, they will have the information of how to live, like they would know how to judge you by according to the scriptures and the law that's written in the Bible. So the Bible is not like just all religion and just all like, you know, how people make it seem to be. You know, it's a law. Just like how America and the society has a law of things what not to do and what's going to get you in trouble. The Bible also has a law just like that. You know, it has a monetary law, a moral law, a dietary law, you know, a civil law.
There's a law like for you to eat, right? Too.
Yeah. How to eat. You know, what things to eat, what not to eat. You know, monetary law, how to make business with your people. If you owe money to your homie, to your friend, family, there's a way how to pay, or how to be forgiven if you steal or something.
All of that.
All of that. You know, because you know there's a judgment for everything. You know, and some of the there's some judgments that require your blood. You know, you're supposed to be put to death. You know. But because the Israelites are not in power, the blacks and Hispanics, Native American Indians, they're not in power and they're not following the law that they're supposed to, which is written in the Bible. There's no way we can, execute the law, you know, the way we should, you know.
That's why a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because they don't have that consequence, right?
Yeah, they don't have the consequence, Now you got to buy a different law, which is the law of America, or the law of wherever you live at, you know, if they have a different law from here.
What are your thoughts on the Pope?
On the Pope?
Yeah.
My thoughts on the Pope, man. No, I think the Pope is a very cool guy. Nah, I'm kidding.
I was like,
damn, that's different. Nah, man, the Pope. I mean, I'm not, man. This is all in my mind. I feel like the Pope is just like a puppet that they put right there to blind the masses. You know, some dude that they put right there, whether it's the government or like this secret society. Put the Pope right there, and then, you know, all eyes to him. That's the Pope, you know, to the society that's into religion and that they believe what they believe in, you know. But me personally, the Pope is just like some mannequin right there, you know, telling lies or using it for people to be hypnotized by him.
Pretty much like in America, it's like the president, right?
Yeah, like just like that, you know. It's just another option for people to follow by. People praise and believe in Trump or Biden. Same thing they're gonna do with the Pope, you know. It's just another white guy. Choose your idol to worship. You know, if it ain't your favorite artist, fucking Bad Bunny, you got the Pope. You know,
and that's it for real.
That's it. You know,
it's funny because that girl that came, shout out Yvette. when I showed when I showed her your picture, she's like, he looked like Bad Bunny. I was like, wow, he's gonna get fucking.
I think I see it.
I was like, se va a enojar este cabrón.
No, dicen que me parezco a Wisin y Yandel.
Ah, Wisin y Yandel.
It's two different people, but I look like that.
El pelón y el
I look like both of them, man.
Like both of them and shit, for real. Robert, something about yourself, like you're from Michoacan, right?
Yeah, I'm well,
big repping.
Big, I rep Michoacan hard. Yeah,
hard, that's
yeah. But you know, I am Michoacano. You know, I might have been born out here in LA. You know, I'm a LA baby, but
yeah,
that Michoacan. You know that I'm a lot of Michoacan more than
you be going to Michoacan a lot
all the time. Yeah, I go a lot.
How often do you go?
I've been going to Michoacan like every year. Like since I was born, my mom, my dad, you know, they at that time when I was born, I think they already had good jobs and stuff. So
both your parents are from Michoacan?
Both of my parents were born in Michoacan for sure. Yeah.
What part?
Part of Michoacan. Both of my mom and dad, they're both from like almost from the same pueblo. Like they're from different ranchos, but like they're like really close to each other, like not even an hour away. Like
did they meet here though, right?
They met right here.
That's so crazy, huh?
That's crazy, yeah. Cause my mom and dad, they're from they're from some ranchos, and those ranchos are nearby a pueblo called Jaripo, Michoacan, and it's by like closest cities or bigger towns would be like Jiquilpan, Saguayo, Cotija. You know, maybe Zamora if people recognize Zamora, but around that area, you know, Jiquilpan, Saguayo.
Yeah.
Cotija, and my dad is from some rancho called Cuameo Grande, and my mom is from El Agua Caliente.
When you go to Mexico, which one do you go to? Like to your mom's, like, or to your dad's spot?
When I was younger, we would always go to my dad's rancho.
Yeah.
Cause my mom's rancho, like it's like low key abandoned, and like they never really had a house out there.
Okay.
Like from my mom's side of the family.
Yeah.
So my mom's side of the family, like my grandparents, they migrated over here as soon as my mom was born.
Okay.
So my mom pretty much is from over here on this side.
Yeah.
So they crossed. My grandparents crossed the border when my mom was like 6 months old, 4 months old, because they didn't have a steady house over there. Like they were living like under somebody else's house over there.
Yeah.
Like in the house over there, they weren't like actually. I mean, they're houses, but like they were made out of adobe or straw or something.
Oh,
you know?
shit, yeah.
You know, and those houses right now, they're like, they don't exist anymore. Like it's an abandoned place, really. You know.
But like when I was in Acapulco, our house that we had was like from what's it called? For like not metal, but like lamina.
Oh, lamina?
Yeah.
Yeah, little shacks. Like
yeah, so like when there would like rain or like earthquake, like shit, the whole shit moved, you know? I was like, where am I to fucking fly out and shit?
Man,
you know?
it's... Yeah. I'm telling you, we're in a curse, man.
For real, man.
Mexico here, man. Shit,
everything, man.
It's like, damn. You can't get away from danger, man. Danger just falling.
I was kind of like tripping a little bit on it because we had a wall behind the house that was like dented.
Yeah.
And like a little earthquake, which we didn't have it. Mm-hmm. But if there wasn't an earthquake, that shit would have fucking destroyed the house. It was like bigger than this shit, so it would have like dropped on us, you know? But thank God nothing happened. Yeah.
No, thank God, hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, like every time that have you gone over there, like have you ever experienced like anything like crazy, anything like scary and shit?
All the time. I mean, scary as in like horror scary or like like supernatural.
Yeah.
I think I might have, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was just all in my head.
What happened?
So I mean, I heard scary stories, but then something did happen recently too. So scary stories I would hear from people, you know, that they would see things, and these were from people that were like valientes, you know, like great grandma, grandpa.
Oh yeah.
Gente that are not scared, gente que no le tiene miedo a nada.
The grandmas are not scared.
You know, these are people que aquí no asustan que ni nada aquí me la. You know, but when they told me something, I was like, oh shit. If they telling me this and they don't believe in no scary stuff, then it must be some real shit.
What happened to you?
Me, so my mom, my dad, you know. So let me finish telling you the story about how, like, when I'll go to Mexico, I would stay at my dad's rancho, you know, because my mom's rancho is, like, basically they don't have a house over there. So my dad's rancho, you know, they got property and they got a house and stuff. So
that was your go-to over there.
Yeah. But then my dad later on, you know, they saved up enough money, you know, they hustlers and all that. I mean, not hustlers as in drug dealing and stuff like that. But like, you know, they work. They're really hard working Mexicans. You know, honest workers and stuff. And they saved up money and they built a house in a nearby pueblo that's near the rancho. The ranchos, you know, and it's called Jaripo, and that's where they make the fiestas de los ranchos. So all the ranchos around January,
that shit gets lit.
Yeah, you know, all the ranchos, you know, they make parties like for like the whole month, you know, basically.
I saw you on Instagram. I was like, man, this fool over here,
it's fun.
Bailes, banda. Okay, this one. I was looking at this fool at 3 a.m. over there. Hasta que se vea todo. Helping the people put on the stage now.
I'm still right there just like, good. I'm like, man, what y'all doing? Party ain't over till I go home, man.
For real.
Yeah, so they built a house over there. And, you know, they built a little nice house of bricks, you know, little palm trees in the front, you know. It's nice, you know, with a nice little view in the back. Una casita, you know. So I was staying with my dad. You know, I went with my dad like 2 years ago, and we was sleeping. We had our own different separate rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, I heard which I thought was my dad.
Yeah.
Creeping around the house, like walking around. I'm like, what is my dad doing up at this time? But I ignored it the whole time because I just kept hearing like footsteps walking around. But it was like dragging, like
like somebody being lazy and shit.
Like somebody like dragging their chanclas and shit.
Like sleepy and shit. You know,
and I'm just like, what the hell? And then I heard a thump on my door. I'm like, man, let me see what my dad wants. Maybe he's just like, he's just not trying to wake me up, but he might be like, he might have a headache and he can't find something or something. So I get up. And I walk towards his room because I see nothing as soon as I get out the room. So I walk towards his room. And I look at my dad. My dad is big, snoring like just. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Go back to my room, right? Go back to my room. And I immediately hear the sound again. I quickly run up and I
open the door.
And nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on around this motherfucker, man? What the hell's going on?
Like you could tell that somebody was there.
Like right there.
Shit.
And I go to my dad's room. I'm like, Pa. He's like, eh. I'm like, hey, ¿estás caminando ahorita o qué? But in my mind, I knew it was not.
Yeah.
He was not because
you
I'm like,
just trying to fucking.
I'm like, I don't think my dad is gonna fuck around at this time, you know. And
you were just trying to find a logic.
I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I'm like, ¿estás caminando? I was like, no, porque quién está afuera? So he gets up real quick and like he grabs his thing. Me and him are looking outside because I'm like, hold on, maybe somebody outside or something, and I'm hearing it inside or something.
Yeah.
And we live with the flashlights. No, pues quién va a ser, nadie se va a entrar aquí. Like what the fuck?
And right there is a rural area, like
it's a rural area, yeah.
So that you don't see like other houses.
Like, there's houses around, but a lot of the houses that are built around the house that my mom and dad built are built by people that already live out here in the United States.
Oh, okay.
And they only go over there
for like vacation
stuff.
Oh,
so around that time they wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So the houses that were they're like it's empty.
Oh,
there's nobody around. You know, maybe my tia lives like down the block, but you know, like
not like right there.
It's not like right there in La Mera.
Yeah.
Where
you thought,
Yeah, so after that, I kind of got the chills. I'm like, what is it that I'm hearing, dude? Yeah. So I went back to sleep. I mean, I went back to bed and I just stayed up and I'm like, man, I'm going to hear it one more time. I'm just going to run out, like, quick.
Yeah, fuck it.
But I didn't hear it from that, so I was kind of scared because I was already, like, after all that happened, I was just getting the chills the whole time. I'm like, what the hell was that, man? What was it?
After that happened, how long did you stay, like, more?
Like, up? Like in a week?
No, like, let's say, like, days.
Days?
Like, how more, like, how long did you stay?
Maybe, like, another week.
So you were, like, tripping up, like, that whole week?
Just that day, because the rest of the weeks, man, I was drinking. I didn't care no more. Like, I would go to sleep good, and I was just like, que me salga, que salga. So, you know... Right, and I still go back and I'm just like, nah, I'm like, oh, my house is haunted. You know, like
it's just some shit that
it's just some weird shit that happened. Yeah. I'm just like,
could have been a raccoon, bro.
I'm still scratching my head like, what the hell was that, man? But like inside the house, like, nah, man, like that felt like that. It wasn't like como si era un largatijo or something. Nah, that felt like some like human footsteps, man.
Yeah.
Like
you didn't like feel anything unnatural, like you, like that sense.
Nah,
you know when like people feel shit, like yeah.
I mean, at the moment, I did feel like somebody was right there, but I didn't get goosebumps till like me and my dad was roaming around, went back to sleep, and I was just like,
We're just like that's just like some two Michoacanos trying to see like, hey, like what the fuck was going on, with the tech thing, But like, with that being said, don't even get close to this house, man. You don't want to get you want to get hit, bro.
You won't get hit, man. It's gonna be raining sideways.
Damn. Yeah, man. For real. Hey, what's it called? So like, when so you say you do go often to Mexico, right?
Yes.
Have you always only gone to Michoacan, or have you gone to like other places?
I've gone to other places. Traveling to Michoacan because me and my family or my mom, my dad, we used to travel to Michoacan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like my teenage years, we would travel by car. We used to travel by car from LA.
How long is that?
It would be like a 2-day, 2.5 days of a drive.
Was it just for like enjoyment of the trip, or?
We would do it because we would have a truck, and then we would able to carry a lot of things over there.
Okay.
So we would take like
for your family over there too.
Yeah, you will take a lot of things. Whatever it was, TVs, fridges.
That's good. Yeah.
Things that our family needed over there. Yeah. And then when my mom and dad built the house, we kept going and we kept taking
shit,
like big things or things that we didn't want at this house anymore. Yeah. And we wanted to upgrade whatever we had over here. The old stuff, we'll take it over there. Or we'll buy new things here and take it over there. So we would travel a lot by car.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
And we would travel. Yeah, we'll go all the way to Arizona, down to like, go down to Mexico. And when you hit Mexico, it's Sonora.
What border did you cross? The Sonora one?
And Sonora and Nogales. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be like Sonora. We'll go through the desert of Sonora, straight to Sinaloa. And then from Sinaloa, we'll travel through Nayarit. And then from Nayarit to Jalisco and then Michoacan.
Okay.
But every state was like unique,
Yeah, different.
Different. I mean, I don't remember Sonora that much. I just remember it being a desert. Yeah. And it was like very like scared of me because it wasn't scary, but it was just like, damn, this is a different Mexico. Yeah. Sonора's just super desert.
In what way? Because it was just like desert.
Like desert, no había montañas. Yeah. Like the sand was like white or like light white, And then, you'll stop by like a city like Hermosillo or like Ciudad Obregón. And, it was, all right, it's a little city. But then after the city, it'll just be desert. And then you'll see a house made out of like brick, but it'll be like so small, like in the middle of nowhere. Like damn.
And people be living here. People be living there.
Like, man, this is depressing. Who would live out here? But what I do remember is that my mom and dad would play rock en español. Yeah. So they would play that, and I'll be looking outside through the window in the desert, and I'll be like, man, these songs hit. For real. Rock en español going through the desert, man. So that made up for that trip. And then Sinaloa was like, when you hit Sinaloa is a little bit desert too, and then farmland. But then you start going to like the cities like Culiacan, Los Mochis.
When you would go to like from like across like Sinaloa, it was just like pretty much like a highway, right?
Highway.
It wouldn't be like through where Sinaloa is, right?
I mean, we'll go through some cities and towns like Los Mochis and I think Navajoa. Yeah. Navajoa. It was cool little towns. I remember passing Navajoa. I remember passing the town, passing to the street. I'll see like Domino's Pizza, and we'll stop by and get some Domino's Pizza.
Hey, I heard that in Mexico, like they actually have jalapenos and like at McDonald's and shit.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, my cousin would go to Mexico. He'll be like, in McDonald's they actually have like chiles vinagres.
Oh, chiles vinagres.
Yeah, I'm like, that's Mexico.
That's crazy. I'm like, that's Mexico, man. Dice, señora, una hamburguesa, una McNuggets.
Una michelada. Let me get a McChicken without big McChilada and shit.
Hell yeah. Mexico is something else, man.
Yeah. Something fucking like, over there is like, even though if it's like from here, like you just have that authenticity that it's like Mexico.
Mexicans add a little characteristic to whatever they got going on.
Yeah, la montaña rusa allá en México está cadija. Have you ever got to Six Flags or like?
Yeah, I've been at Six Flags before.
When was the last time you went to Six Flags?
Man, it was probably like years. Like I don't remember.
You were a teen.
No, I was already like an adult. I was probably like 23, 24. So I want to say like 8 years ago, 7, 8, 9 years ago, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember. Maybe more. I don't know. But around that time, I probably went like with some cousins, some primos, and my brother.
When you take like let's say you like a girl, like a shorty, like where it's like what's like your typical kind of date with her?
A typical date. At this age right now, I think my first instinct would probably be a restaurant. I'll probably go out real quick. You want to go get something to eat real quick? Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
What's your go-to, like, restaurant that you would say?
Restaurant.
You know that you would know.
Damn,
No sabes.
I don't know, man. I mean, man.
Hey, hay chicas mirando aquí ahorita, era.
Hey, las chicas que me quieren sacar a comer, ustedes nomás me den la idea y yo paso.
Have you ever got to, like, there's, like, it's overrated, but Javier's is actually dope.
What's Javier's?
Javier's is, like, a fucking place in the Century City. It's, like, Mexican food.
Mexican food?
Like, the enchiladas are dope.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I
they got dope ass food. And the drinks as well.
Oh, yeah?
You know? But, what's it called? Like, I would just say that, but I would just say any type of regular restaurant, steakhouses, you know, they're good.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't been on dates, but if I ever do go on a date, I'd probably find some nice little spots around, like...
do your research first.
I'll do my research, yeah. I'll probably go to a...
I mean, because it also depends on what the girl likes.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, true.
You like sushi?
I like sushi, but I can't eat like all type of like seafood, man. I'll eat like salmon, tuna.
Yeah.
I eat like a little whitefish, you know.
You like California roll?
California roll. Depends what it got inside. If it got crab or like
No, like I think
if it's like vegan or vegetarian, I'll have me. Hell yeah, for sure. All the time. Like if I go to a sushi spot and they got like a vegan or vegetarian option, you know, with a little avocado, carrots, you know, whatever they add in it, hell yeah.
Hey, bro, now that we're talking about sushi, last time, right here, actually, like 2 blocks away, I went to this sushi place, bro. That place, bro, llegué rápido y me dice el compa, ¿qué quieres, plebe? And that was like fucking Sinaloa, bro.
Sinaloa.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not sushi, this is like Sinaloa sushi, you know? Like, I digo, ¿quieres salsita? I'm like, what kind?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, what the? Yeah, like, ¿qué pasó, plebe? ¿Qué le doy?
Oh, yeah, you from Sinaloa.
Yeah, I was gonna like, I was like, oh shit, that was cool, you know? Because I was like, usually when you go to a sushi spot, at least you have like one Asian.
One Asian.
Eso estaba de Sinaloa. Estaba por, like corridos on the back.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, like, cause I went to go fix my bike, and across the street there was like this sushi spot. And I was like, oh, let me try that shit out, you know? Like, I'm in the neighborhood, it's good. Y voy, ¿qué pasó, plebe? ¿Qué le doy? I was like, oh shit, you know? But let me tell you this, like, they do good sushi. Yeah.
Bro, that's why they hire Mexicans, bro, everywhere. Like, whether it's a Italian restaurant, Asian restaurant.
The front is the Italians and the Chinese, and the back is Mexican.
Oh, yeah, the one made...
And the back, in the kitchen, you just see, like, cumbias and shit.
Cumbias, sí, los que le están metiendo el sazón a la comida, pues, puro mexicano, pues, sí.
So, you mind talking about, like, where you work at right now or not?
Yeah, I work at some restaurant at Venice Beach, you know.
How long you been working there?
So it's a little weird because I've been working at Venice Beach for almost my whole life.
Yeah.
Like my dad worked at Venice Beach since he was a teenager, you know.
Yeah.
So he's been working for one boss for 30-something years, over 36, 35 years, right?
Yeah.
So he's been working for the same owner of that one place, and you know, since I was a child, you know, my dad used to take me there to work for him or work with him.
Yeah.
Every summer. So when I had vacation from school, he would take me over there. Órale, cabrón, a despertar y vamos a chingarle.
A chingarle.
And I'll be over there like dragging my feet with like años. Like, I don't want to go, you know. Like, nah, I don't want to go.
I want to go with the homies.
Hey, ahorita ponernos a chingarle, cabrón. Aquí nomás a hacer caras.
Yeah.
Así decía. So since I was 12 years old, he already had me out there calling out orders, you know, being a little buster, you know, calling out food and making drinks and stuff. And, you know... so I worked there from 12 years old to like 16, and then when I was out of high school, like my mom, like abuelito made me get a job too, because I was out just in the street and shit. So like, nah, you gonna get a job. You're not finna be out here just doing nothing. So then I had another job and different type of jobs, and I had that one job where I told you about with my family. Yeah, I worked there for like 5 years, I think, or 5 or 6 years. No, they had closed a restaurant down, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so So I had to look for another job, and then I went back to Venice Beach, working where my dad was working at for a couple more years. And then after that, that owner, or that my dad's boss, his ex-boss, he had sold the place. And then now I'm working for this new guy, which I've been working for like the past 3-4 years already.
But it's the same restaurant.
It's the same location, but it's not the same restaurant. It's different menu, different environment, and all that. But it's the same building. Like the dude that bought the building after my ex-boss, or my previous boss.
How do you feel there? Comfortable?
Yeah. I feel good. I'm alright. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's cool. What makes me uncomfortable is the people that come by at Venice Beach and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of assholes, people from out of town, people even people from in town that are local, man. Yeah. Man, I'll put the ass in check, man.
They be coming often.
Yeah,
they be coming often.
Like no, not like back then, but like like recently it's been cool, but like during the time of COVID, like. And when Donald Trump, or when I think it was when Donald Trump was president, they was giving out a lot of money at that time.
Oh, okay.
Man, there was a lot of people going out and buying. I was getting the worst type of like people, bro. Like people that was like complainers, fighters. A lot of ghetto ass niggas and all that shit. So, man, I got myself into a lot of situations where I'm just like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do it right here, man. But lately it's been alright. But I have other plans right now. I'm gonna look elsewhere. I'm gonna hustle because I'm already too old to be working right there. Yeah, man. That's a place for like people that are just starting, young people and all that, whatever.
Like when you were young and shit,
Yeah, when I was young, I gotta move it up. I gotta be getting paid more, and I gotta be working somewhere where it's like more chill, whatever, or somewhere, something different. I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over again my whole life.
How old are you right now, bro?
Man, I'm old.
No quiero decir. No, let me just say this. He's a big homie.
I'm a big homie, man.
He's a big homie.
I look like the little homie, but I'm the big homie, man.
No, he's a big homie. He's always been that big homie. Like, by a couple months, but...
Yeah, physically, I'm not really aging. I mean, if you count this, and this.
Hey, is that vegan life? You be eating good. You stay young and shit.
And don't stress out too much, man.
Enjoy life. Be happy.
Yeah, and no hagas corajes porque when you have your eyebrows down too much, man.
How do you handle life now? Like, do you feel like it's just like fuck it? Like, let me be happy.
No, I know that I'm not gonna be happy my whole life, or I'm not looking for. I mean, that's everybody's goal to be happier, but that's not the truth, But to strive to be happier and to let bullshit pass by, you want to do that.
Like be that person, like
if you're ever in a position that if you've been brought low in life, like you were doing good and then you're doing bad and now you're like stressing and all that. Man, take it cheerfully, because that's what the scriptures say, That's why I study a lot of the Bible, because it has a lot of wisdom in it.
What does it say about, like, when you're, like, feeling a type of way, like, let's say...
Yeah, when you're brought low to a lower state, man, take it cheerfully, man.
Yeah.
Look at the good side,
Look at the bright side,
Look at the bright side, and then pray to God, man, if you really want to change up and want to see a change, man, just keep the laws.
That's some good advice right there,
if
bro.
you Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man, just repent, man. Stop doing the things that you was doing in the world, man. If you was gangbanging, hating other Mexicans, hating other Morenos or Salvadorians, man, let go of all that funk, man, and clean yourself up, man. Yeah. Like really, clean yourself up, and you'll see a drastic change in your life, even with your diet,
Yeah.
If you stop eating a lot of junk, you let go of the carnitas michoacanas and the mariscos that you're so used to going every other night, you might feel a little bit better because of the food that you're eating, it'll lighten you up, you don't feel so fat anymore, so too sloppy or too much mucusy that's not in your brain is all fogged up that's not making you think right, you're lighting yourself up,
Yeah. How's your daily food thing like?
Food thing. Usually I eat vegan, but my vegan is different than like vegans, like white people vegans. Like white people vegans, they have the money.
I be seeing you posting like burgers that right? But it's vegan, right? But
it's vegan. Yeah,
but
yeah,
I feel like you love that shit.
Oh yeah, I love burgers. Burgers was always my thing since I was a child. So you
got a homie that be making burgers. Like
yeah, he work with me, my nigga Gustavo, man. Gustavo, he's a dope ass chef, man. I don't know how he be doing it because I be trying to do the same thing, but he make your food
really
taste like butter, man.
Really?
I mean in a good way. Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
Nah, man. This dude is fantastic with his food, man. Yeah. He's a good chef. I mean, I don't know if he considers himself a chef, but that's my nigga Gustavo right there.
We gotta go visit that spot. I'm gonna go visit that spot because I be seeing.
Well, my nigga Gustavo's there because he
I be seeing him post. I was like, man, this looks good.
Hell yeah,
this looks good. Yeah.
Shout out to my nigga Gustavo. I've been knowing him forever because when my dad used to work there, you know, he was already working there at that time. So I knew him for years. He seen me since I was a teenager.
Is he like an old folk or?
He's a little bit older than me and than us. Like he's probably like 7 years older than us, 6 years. So he's not that much older.
Oh, okay.
You know, he knows what's trendy. You know, what's popping. He knows what's good. You know him. He's my homeboy. He's from Zacatecas. You know we got homeboys from Zacatecas and all
shout
that.
Shout out Speedy.
Shout out to the homie Speedy and Silk, Lil Silk.
Yeah, Lil Milk.
Shout out to my dudes from Zacatecas, man. Hell yeah,
for real.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I be like if I'm at home, man. I'm Mexican as hell, so you know I take advice or I look at things. So like going back to like I study a lot of history and like my grandparents like before they came on this side.
Yeah.
You know, they was in the rancho and they were just eating vegan basically.
Really?
Just frijolitos, arroz, tortilla, quesito, un aguacate, salsita, you know.
Not too much meat. Huh?
Not too much meat. They'll have a little bit of un pollito.
Yeah.
Un pollito asado or something.
But pollo is good, right?
Yeah, un pollito is good. You know, un pollito and that's it. You know, they didn't need much. You know, una coquita, una cervecita, un mezcalito. That's it. But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't until they came over here that they started eating like a lot of carne.
Yeah, because over here, like, there's so much access to it. Like, there's taco stands everywhere.
My when I became vegan, my dad thought I was crazy. I was like, yeah, vegan, eso no, aquí pura carne, mira, aquí come carne a lo güey.
He told you that shit.
Yeah. But then he went vegan too with me. Yeah, after a while he did, and then
would you say like you influenced him, or like he just kind of like had a change of heart?
I did kind of influence him, but he noticed too.
Yeah.
And then he really thought deeply to it, you know, because my dad is a deep thinker, like, you know, so he probably thought about it. I'm like, hold up, when I was a child, I didn't even know what the hell burrito was till I came over here, you know. Mi rancho no había burritos ni tacos.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nah.
Would you say that's an American thing?
Maybe. I think it is Mexican, but you know, it was. I don't know.
Well, it depends too, because the ranchos is different from the city.
Yeah, different from the city. That's what I'm saying. You know,
so
like
the rancho, you don't have that privilege to have like a burrito or a fucking quesadilla. It's like like you said, arroz, frijoles, aguacate.
Like there's a place in Michoacan called Quiroga, Michoacan.
Yeah.
And they're famous for the carnitas michoacanas, you know. And carnitas michoacanas was introduced to the people of Michoacan and to really all of Mexico and the whole world from, I think it was a Spaniard. I think it was called Quiroga de Vasco.
Yeah.
It was a Spaniard and he introduced pork to the people of Mexico, which Mexico didn't have pig at that time.
Which is bad.
Which is bad for Mexicans, for sure. I mean, everybody else can eat pork and they might be all right with it, but if you really take a look at it, Mexicans that eat carnitas, the majority, man, their health is
the last time that I had pork was 2 years ago when he told me about it.
Oh, really?
I've never ate pork before. Never.
Bro.
Never. It was scary.
That's cool.
It was a little, like, scary, and I was like, wait. This motherfucker's like, he for real, like, he's telling the truth, you know?
Yeah,
so that was the last time I had that shit, to be honest.
Yeah,
I haven't ate pork.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying pork because I don't like pork. Oh, I hate pork. You know, I'm not
saying
just
it. Like, it's
you know, people gonna be like, oh, he's a Muslim. He don't eat pork. You know, shit. Nah, man. I really looked into it, and I you know, it's facts, man. It's just really facts.
So who's the one that brought pork to, like, Mexico?
I think overall was the Spaniards. I think. I think so. I could be wrong, but I think for sure it was the Spaniards.
Yeah.
And then you got Quiroga de Vasco. This damn
Did they
Spaniard.
eat pork over there?
In Spain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They was eating everything.
Oh
Everything.
shit.
I'm pretty sure they was eating humans too. Who knows
Oh
what white people
shit.
were doing? White people was doing the
Some
most
crazy shit.
craziest shit that you can't even imagine. They're still
Yeah.
probably doing it today. That I know these elites, these rich people, excuse me, that are in power. They be doing some grimy
Fucking
stuff.
sacrifices and shit.
Yeah, they
man.
be doing grimy stuff that the rest of the
world
world
don't
doesn't
know.
know about. And our people, they be like, oh no, we're gonna vote for this guy. Well, he's better than Donald Trump or this and that, not knowing that they're all demonic as hell.
Yeah.
You know, they're doing some grimy stuff. And over here, we're thinking they're pure white people. These guys are. You know,
Yeah.
the almighty of all
For
beings,
real.
you know, and really it's us, but we
Yeah.
just don't know it because we've been destroyed since, you know, all these years of war, you know, they
Yeah.
destroyed our records and during the Aztec times
Yeah.
and the Incas times.
There's a lot of
and all
shit that has been erased from history, right?
Right? Yeah, so we don't know who we are and now we just name ourselves after a street. Oh, I'm a streeter from this street,
I'm
or
from this
or
side.
I'm a blood, or I'm a crip, or
Yeah. I own this street. This.
I own
and
this
that.
street, man.
Yeah.
Man, you still gotta pay rent, man. You live under your mama house, man. Why the government would come over here and take your block real
For
quick,
real,
man?
man. And these
Boy.
was laughing over there.
Yeah,
Up
and
there.
and it's facts, man. You being laughed at while you over there hurting your own people. Oh, and that's one that I wanted to bring up. Why I changed was because when I was in the hood, man, we was hurting our own people, man. And when I was going to Beverly Hills to work, I'm like, these people are not going after each other's
They
heads.
don't hurt each other.
When I would go back home after work, I'm like, man, the first thing I'm gonna do is gather up the homies. We're gonna go pump gas at a gas station. 2 or 3 of my homies are gonna hop out, and they're gonna beat up that paisita that just got off of work, working 2 damn jobs trying to provide for his family that's in Mexico. Some guy from Oaxaca or whatever. He could be my tío from Michoacan or whatever. And we just whooped his ass, stole his backpack, and all we found was $5 in there, or all his money.
How did you feel about that?
Man, I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurt because I mean, I knew it wasn't right.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do nothing about it because I'm like, man, these are my homies.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
influence and shit.
There's just influence or peer pressure. I'm like, what am I gonna tell them? You guys are wrong. They're gonna be like, nigga, you a pussy. You a
Also,
weenie.
when you were doing that shit, you were like, be thinking.
I was
that
like,
as
I
well?
was telling them like, really, man. I'm like, cause I was pumping gas. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, y'all just gonna beat up on this paisa?
But you just have to go along with it.
I'm like, man, get inside the car, cause I,
Yeah.
you know, I was always
Yeah.
you know, I was always whipping, you know, and
Yeah.
my homies didn't whip, you know,
Yeah.
they didn't have a whip at that time, so. And I was always angry about things, cause I'm like, man, this camera's around here, man. I'm the one who's gonna get in trouble, cause
You're the one driving this shit.
driving while the rest of you knuckleheads, y'all gonna go home and
Yeah.
sleep in peace.
Yeah.
And when I get locked up, ain't none of y'all gonna look for me or
Yeah.
nothing. Y'all gonna be like, oh well.
Yeah.
You know,
shit.
so it's a lot of realization and a lot of thinking that I did that made me change a lot. Cause I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you know, if you deal with certain type of people, man, you bound to be the same, you know, and you just gonna have to switch up on your own. You know, you're gonna have to boss up and you know, you're gonna have to put a stop to
Yeah.
when you feel like it needs to be a stop. So I mean, I'm just saying that for like an example, you know.
Yeah.
There's many examples I could give out, you know, and
Yeah.
that'll make somebody be like, damn, that's true, that's facts. Like, all we doing?
The kids to grow, you know,
Yeah.
to think about shit.
That's why I said, I'm like, am I gonna keep living like this every time I get off of work? Get the homies,
And
just wait for another night if we go to jail or not or die or
Yeah.
not. No, I don't want to keep doing this
Yeah.
shit, man. It's just done.
No, like man, this guy, like, to be honest, like, you very like shit. You really you're a smart guy, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I might be talking smart right now, but
Yeah.
I was really a dumb.
yeah,
Dumb
shit,
man.
I knew you know, shit. No, but like you could straight out tell that you kind of like knew what the fuck you were doing because
Yeah.
I used to know you as like when we were in high school, and I would always see how you would act and shit. You know,
Yeah.
I would see how you were like. You were doing dumb shit, but not that dumb shit. Like,
Not
you know,
that
like,
dumb, yeah.
Yeah, so
You get pressured by
Yeah.
your homies, and then you'll make dumb decisions too. You know,
Yeah.
dumb. You know,
in the process and shit, you know.
yeah, and mistakes. You're sometimes we're too ignorant to know what the consequences are or what's good for us. We haven't even explored life too much. We don't even have kids. We haven't looked at life from a perspective that it just makes it seem easy for us to do anything when you're young and you're
Yeah.
a teenager or a child or whatever, and you think, you know, that's always gonna be you. But nah, man, time flies after you hit
Yeah.
21, homeboy.
For real.
And you have to change. You have to do something about it. Either you're gonna have to be a man or be a punk and And
don't do shit with your life.
You know, don't do shit with your life. And when you don't do shit with your life, guess who you're hurting? Not just yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, man, you hurting your jefita,
your family,
your
shit.
family, little brother. Little brother's gonna be like, man, my big brother wasn't around to show me the way, man. I'm gonna follow
you have a big brother?
No. I'm the oldest one in my family. So
yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm the oldest one, so I looked at my younger brothers, man. I'm like, man, I can't. You know, especially for my youngest brother, because my other brother, my brother Jaime, you know my brother Jaime? You know, he went through the same thing with me since he was like my age. So, you know, me and him kind of like know what's up, you know. I mean, we're probably in a different spiritual journey. You know, I might have my train of thinking a certain way, and he has his own, you know. But my younger brother, you know, I wanted...
Shout out Tony.
Shout out to my little brother, my youngest brother Tony,
he
man.
He pretty cool. He be liking my shit.
Yeah.
He be liking my shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. My little brother Tony, hell yeah. We be talking about you all the time, yeah.
I might invite you, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll invite you.
No, hell yeah. He always bring you up. He's like, hey, your homie Edgar. He's like, yo, did you see what he posted? I'm like, nah, let me see. Like, nah, he's like, yeah, when is he gonna come around again? I'm like, man.
Lo voy a invitar.
Yeah. I mean, I've been wanting to, but busy, bro. And then sometimes I'm like, man, my nigga Edgar Sons, he busy too. So I'm just like,
now whenever you wanna shoot through, just give me a call, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. I won't feel hurt if you say nah, man. I'll be like, nah, my bro got things to do. Cause you know, back then, homies, if you told
I'm
homie,
gonna say this to the podcast, bro. If I have plans to like just be chilling right here, bro, you hit me up, bro. I'm gonna cancel that shit, bro. Fuck it. Homies come first, bro. The homies come first, bro. Straight up, you know.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Nah, this dude is a cool dude, man. One of the coolest homies I ever met in my life, man. Like real shit.
It all started with me getting stocked out.
Stocked out, man. Who knew, man? This was gonna be my homie. If I knew it was gonna be my homie, man, I would have, man.
Solo lo estaba mirando en la esquina allá mirando. ¿Qué está pasando allá?
Yeah, right.
Ese paisadito le están pegando.
Nah, I thought it was cool because he laughed it off. I'm like, damn. I would have probably been like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to react. I would have probably been crying. Or
hey, no, but a cholo stepped up. A cholo stepped up.
I think I seen something.
He came in front of me. He's like, "What's up?" He told that motherfucker, like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember something like that.
But I don't know who the fuck it. And I've never fucking thanked him or anything. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck you really think about. Thank you, you know.
Man, this dude, he's smart too, man. When he got socked up, he didn't know no English, man. No English. And then within weeks, he already knew something. He was already saying nigga. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, man, he didn't involve like a Pokemon. Hell yeah, for real, man. So I'm just like, man, this dude is tight as fuck, man. Yeah, real shit.
Nah, it's crazy how like it was like a small group of like different guys posted up, you know, every freaking day at lunch, you know.
At lunch, yeah, we had a little crew of homies, you know, and we was all characters, huh? Everybody was unique.
Let's just say like this, like from different places type shit, you know, from different places, you know.
Yeah, we had.
But yeah, man, like shit, I might try to throw a little kickback right here, you know, invite, you know.
Oh, that's tight.
All homies and shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we could like, you know, get together, chop it up, you know.
Hell yeah.
Bring like memories back and shit. I feel like everybody's growing. Everybody's doing good, you know.
Yeah,
everybody's doing their own thing, you know. But
I hope so, shit. Cause if you're doing bad, I'm gonna come on your ass, man. I'm gonna come around and be like, bro, well, in high school you was the man. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Back then you were the man. Now you're not the man, man. Big Chili Podcast, thank you so much for coming out, bro.
No, thank you, man. No, I appreciate you for. You know,
I hope that you had fun.
Man.
You
it's
know?
a blessing having you, man, and still seeing you in person.
And,
man, this is beautiful. You have to. No, I admire you, man. You got something going on, and
thank you, man.
And hopefully you give me the chance to come back out here.
Yeah. Comment down below if you want to see Robert back, you know, in the podcast.
Hell yeah, I want to be big chilling again.
Big chilling
with the big chiller.
For real. We're gonna put his IG in the beginning of the podcast, so you'll see it before, you know, we even start talking about.
That's right.
Anything. So I hope you guys like this shit. Like and subscribe to this shit. For real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we get the attention. That's how we grab the attention. Oh, he must be different. Yep, we different. We pimps. You know what I'm saying? Y'all human.